Captain America was only 180 billion. Y'all believe that? No, no. The budget? Fuck no. Hell no. It
Fuck
that
no.
that is that's the budget that we were told, right? That's the money that was accounted for when they started.
I was about to say maybe originally,
That's what was accounted for when
now
they
with all the
started.
reshoots and stuff,
And not
and
not
characters added.
and everything that we're seeing marketing wise to try to push it forward. See, this is
Yeah.
they're going to have some of that Wakanda Forever effect, where they're going to have to overspend marketing it because they've reshot it a million times.
To
They
guarantee
took
that
too
they can-
long making it. Right now you're not just in the hole of your original budget, but you're in the hole of everything it took to get to the finish line, which was almost another budget in itself. So instead of 180 million, you could be looking at 250, 275, maybe even 300.
So you think, and I would probably agree with this honestly, they basically need to hit $1 billion to recoup, or they're probably banking on this hitting $1 billion.
It has to. It would have to. I believe it's got to get somewhere north of 800 million to even be talking to you can posture that it was a success.
I don't know that many people
They
care.
posture like Wakanda Forever was a success. It made 850 million. You have to really be able to dig into the numbers to see where it wasn't. Right? You'd have to know about marketing costs. You'd have to know about the reshoots. You'd have to know how. You'd have to know that much news to know how far off schedule they were with the original to start trying to account for how much more they were spending just to get it finished. If you don't have all of that in your mind when you're trying to answer these questions on whether or not it made money, you're not really doing the real math.
But even if I disagree with the way they marketed Wakanda Forever and the message that people took home from the marketing of it being a farewell to Chadwick, even that gives it more hype going into it than whatever they've drummed up with this new Captain America movie. Like, I just don't think they've done a really good job of making me, as a casual fan, give a fuck about a Captain America movie without Chris Evans.
Hot take, I think scrapping the original, well, okay, maybe not the, so scrapping the original Serpent Society arc that they were going with, I think was a mistake. Right? I think you started signaling to people right away that this really wasn't Cap's film when you put Red Hawk all up in the trailer and you telling everybody that you're casting all the Hawk adjacent characters to come back and play roles in the movie. Like you're posturing like this is a super like a soup up film. Like this is an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
When they had Seth Rollins involved, when they had a love interest for Sam Wilson involved, I obviously I haven't seen any of the test screeners, so I don't know how any of that played on screen or how it worked. If it was that bad, maybe recast the character, whoever it is that he doesn't have chemistry with. But I think those two things would have gone a little way to help promote the movie. Right? If you have Seth Rollins in that movie, WWE then becomes a de facto marketing tool for the Marvel film. It becomes seamless. Y'all should even be able to sit down and talk like that. Hunter Helms should be sitting there talking to Bob Iger, like, all right, how do we work this out? How do we make, or Kevin Feige, whoever, how do we make this work?
Raw going to Netflix.
Easy, should be seamless. Also, I think you would signal to a lot of fans who don't really believe that Sam Wilson is going to be a integral part of the MCU going forward, that this is little more than just a placeholder cash grab. If you start building things onto him that make a key character, like a love interest, like Offspring, like a sidekick. Oh, no, they do have a sidekick in Torres, which is basically his new Falcon. I didn't really like how that situation was set up, but
yeah.
That's it. He got a sidekick. That's he has his own Sam Wilson. You know, there is no Agent Carter. There is no what does he even fight for other than the flag?
Okay, so
other than the country.
If I'm looking at this from a certain standpoint, right, then we're just getting, forgive me for saying this, we're just getting woke Captain America.
Ew.
No, Black Captain
no.
America and Hispanic Falcon now. So they're out. I am a casual amount because I don't care about any of this, to be honest with you. Like, the biggest selling point is Red Hulk, and I don't even know if I care that much about that. So, like, I just don't think the marketing standpoint, I don't think multiple audiences will be interested in this movie. I think there's too many things here that are like, nah, I'm out on this.
First of all, that's not how you say woke. Second of all,
It's not, but I guess I was just referring to a certain demographic that might be out on this movie as well.
I don't care about them.
Just pointing out why it may lose even more money.
The travesty of all of this is that if this movie was made and it was a Falcon movie, right, and everything else was the same, only you take away the shield and the whole stars and stripes get up, and it's just Sam Wilson Falcon. The movie is titled Falcon, Brave New World. I think most of this works. I think most of what they have set up works. I think it works. He's one of the remaining surviving Avengers, still active Avengers on Earth. So whether or not he's wearing the stars and stripes, they're still going to lean on Sam Wilson. In the position that he's in proximity to the president, it stays completely in line with what career path he already had established prior to joining the Avengers, right? If the Avengers are no more, I'm going to just go back to being a government op. This is what I was before. Everything else about this movie is completely fine except for the fact that it's Captain America fighting Hawks. And so if they would have put their money where their mouth is and truly believed in Anthony Mackie or the character of Sam Wilson as a mainstay character, I think a lot of this would have gone over better with the audience. It's when you are trying to do this comparative thing where it's like he's the new Captain America. Well, people don't want a new Captain America. Mm-hmm. They didn't ask for a new Captain America. And this guy has a lot of differences from the guy that you told them for 10, 15 years was Captain America. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to play the way they wanted to on screen.
You know what else I thought about? In the trailer, Isaiah Bradley.
It's just a shitty premise. Yeah, it's a shitty premise. So you're gonna hijack that man. Like I don't want to ruin the movie. But
and I just feel like that in this political landscape right now is it might even turn people away once they're there for the movie. There's too many things going against this movie.
Yeah, there is going to be something in the beginning of that film that's going to be a shocker. It's going to set people off. But it's like, I'm just tired that when the black audience is expected to show up, that is the type of story arc where we have to be. That's the vehicle for our story.
Yeah.
It's just like, when was that ever? I don't know. I guess we'll have to. You'll have to see the movie to tell what it actually was. But I just don't like the premise. I don't like the premise at all.
I agree. And I do also agree that they probably should have made it the Falcon, because then at least I recognize what I'm looking at before going into the movie, as opposed to maybe even some people who don't even know. I can't imagine at this point people don't know, but like some people probably don't know what's going on with the whole Captain America thing anyway. Well, people know, I guess, what happened in Endgame, but nonetheless, I don't know. Too many things.